something I'm dealing with right now. And I can tell you this because it's not like you're going to know who the brand is. I will use something that's really popular. This could be very controversial and people could get a little upset, but I just have to be honest. The luxury movement, because I don't want you being depressed on your couch after you didn't quit your job and you just had no idea because everybody told you it was so great. Lovely day, isn't it? Lovely day to spill some tea. Real tea, you guys. Real tea. Because I know some people be saying tea and it don't be that hot. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. It is Jordan. On my channel, it's just Jordan. I'm going to try my best to, stay positive throughout this video because let me say, I am truly blessed, okay? But I do like to complain. So I know when I complain, I can get worked up into my little rants. But I am not the type to just sit and spew negativity. I have to point out the positive of things as well because there's always a positive side to everything. Even if it's something that went completely wrong, it probably went completely wrong for a reason, okay? It just wasn't meant for you maybe, okay? So I have to point out the positivity in things as well if I'm going to talk about the negative. If you guys are watching this and you don't feel like actually sitting here watching, you definitely can just listen to this video, kind of like podcast style. So if you're cooking, you're taking a shower, because that's when I listen to my podcast, feel free to listen to the video. That is perfectly fine. I have a little list of notes because today we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of what I do for a living. Being an influencer. I know I said I wasn't going to start out negative, but I do hate that word. And I think a lot of people in my community don't really like it. We'll kind of get into it later. I actually woke up this morning. I knew I wanted to make this video, and I've been wanting to make this video for a really, really long time. I think for the last 6 months I've been wanting to make this video, but in the past 6 months I've definitely added reasons why I wanted to make this video. I almost wonder why other influencers don't speak about some of these things. I don't think that they're necessarily trying to hide these things because I feel like it's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's just life. It's just your career. I'm assuming maybe that they're kind of like me. Maybe they think people don't really care about the behind the scenes. People don't really care about what the issue is. We're gonna start out with the pros, but let me tell you, there are some cons. Now, some of these cons are personal to me. I will be sharing things that have happened to me. Some things I'm actually still going through. And I've only been a content creator for I think 3 years at this point, but I've only been a full-time content creator not even a year and a half. I quit my job back in January, so before anybody new hops upon me and is like, you got all these complaints, why don't you get a real job? Baby, I had a real job, okay? And that real job didn't pay my real bills and my real student loans. So now I'm working this, as y'all like to call it, fake job. Not saying all of y'all, but there's a lot of people out here that consider this job fake. Baby, ain't nothing fake about this. I challenge anyone who thinks this is fake to do it for a week. But I'm not here to come at those people. I'm here to share with the people who either A, are just interested, okay? Before I did this, it was something interesting to hear about. I'm doing this for you guys and also some of the people that may be interested in doing it. I want you to know what you're getting into because I feel like this is probably one of the most, what's that word? What is that word? Oh, god dang it. It's one of the most sugar-coated jobs. Like, it's glamorized. Oh my gosh, glamorized. Overly glamorized at that, okay? I'm putting this video out here to kind of counter-react the videos where people are like, you don't have to go through what you're going through at your 9 to 5. You can be your own boss. Now, all of that is fine and well. Obviously, I do it. I'm here, so obviously it's worth it. But I just want you to know what you're getting into, okay? So this is for my people that just want to know and the people who are interested in doing this but really want to know the ins and outs. What am I looking at here, okay? Because I don't want you being depressed on your couch after you didn't quit your job and you just had no idea because everybody told you it was so great. So That's why I'm making this video. So we're gonna start out with the pros. Of course, you gotta start out with the positive before you come in with the negative. So the first pro is obviously the money. We're gonna talk about the obvious here. The money you can make as a content creator. It was a reason that helped me take the leap to leave my job. I knew that there was a market that I could earn more money from than I did at my regular 9-to-5 that I went to college for. And I wasn't able to live on my own. I wasn't able to pay my own bills in an apartment like I do now, because I was working my job that I went to school for. Sad. Very sad, I know. The money pays very well, and reason being is because you are basically a marketer. You work in marketing. So you guys know how you've seen brands in the past. They'll show up on commercials, which they still do this to this day. You guys are watching commercials throughout my YouTube video, so you see that brands are paying to be put out there. Let me tell you, brands are paying millions, billions of dollars. Those brands that you think are small, that you've never heard of before, they are paying bank to be in commercials, to be in billboards, to anything. I really found out just how much they were paying just by simply going into the modeling field. As some of you guys know, I model. Let me tell you, the amount that they have to pay models alone to show up on set and use their face in a commercial, already thousands of dollars. Just the model. As a model, all I do, and I'm not saying the job isn't hard, there's skills that you need, but all I do is show up, be the face, use my angles, maybe if it's a commercial, do a little bit of acting, and call it a day. You have to think about everybody else that's on that set. You've got the videographer, you've got the photographer, you've got the makeup artist that did the model's makeup, you've got the hair person, you have the people who work the lights, you have the people who edit this footage, because a lot of times it may not be the videographer. Sometimes it's not. Maybe they have an assistant. You have the creative director who's putting all of this together, who has the plan, and so many more jobs that I'm not aware of because I don't work on that side. These are just the people I see on set. So if the model is getting paid thousands of dollars, imagine how much that brand is putting out to bring all those other people in to make this happen. Not even talking about how much it's going to cost them to actually be put in a YouTube ad or a commercial or whatever it is that they're looking for. So when influencer marketing popped up, it was a no-brainer. You are paying this one person, i.e. me in this situation, to do all of these jobs for a fraction of the price. Now, even though a lot of influencers are being paid a ton of money, it sounds like a crazy number to you. Like, I've seen people get paid $20,000 to $30,000 to post an ad. Yeah, they're saving a lot of money using these influencers to show these products, to make that content for them, to take out all of the middlemen, because it's not just one middleman. So they are basically paying them to be all of those people and then deliver them the content. What these brands are doing, they are using content creators, people who know how to put quality content together, and they're using the content that they already made, and they're putting that in their ads. I know you guys have seen the ads going through YouTube, and it looks like somebody did it in their home. So instead of going on set and doing all of what I told you about, they paid that person to make that in their living room for a fraction of the price. So there's lots of money to be made in influencer marketing. Obviously, that is a major perk, major bag alert.
I know that's right.
So yeah, obviously the money is really good, so a lot of people flock to it. By the way, if you have any questions, let me know, okay? But please be specific. I get a lot of DMs with people giving me very general questions that I cannot answer in a DM, so I can't do nothing with that, baby girl, or baby boy, whoever. Look, if you do end up having a question, please ask me a very specific question. Okay, so the next thing I have on here is a pro is the social aspects of being on here. So number one of my favorite things about being like especially on YouTube, because I don't feel like I get this so much from Instagram, but especially on YouTube, is the community aspect. You guys have been, oh my gosh, I cannot even speak about how wonderful and helpful it has been to have this platform, because when I was moving to Chicago, people were giving me tips on how to do this when moving, how to pack this when moving. The amount of time and research that people have saved me by being in my community over here, and even like just with each other in the comments. I see you guys sometimes talk to each other. There's a major community aspect, and as you know, that is very important in human society. So a lot of times it's not always just me helping you guys with my video content. Sometimes y'all are helping me in the comments. So the community aspect is absolutely amazing, especially for someone like me. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm not a very talkative person in person. Like, I'm one of those people, I have to know you to talk a lot, but obviously you see I'm talking a lot right now. I'm capable of talking a lot. It's just like, if I don't know you, I'm gonna like side eye. We do notice that a lot of people who are naturally more introverted are the people who are mostly doing this as a job or just doing this for fun. You know, they be quiet in person, so they gotta have somebody to talk to in life. So that's why we come over here on this camera, so we can have some time to talk, because we were quiet all day. Okay, so this next one, I feel like this is the most talked about when it comes to the perk of being an influencer slash content creator, and that is the freedom. It's true, there is a lot more freedom in being a content creator than there is in working your 9 to 5. But there's limitations. We're not going to talk about the limitations right now. We're going to talk about the limitations when it comes to the cons. But I feel like people will say that, they'll say that all day, and they never dive deeper than that. Like, okay, you have freedom. We'll dive deeper. On surface level, the freedom, that entails things like we can go on vacation whenever we want to. So if somebody hits me up, which somebody hit me up a couple weeks ago, hey girl, you want to go to Miami in June? I was like, yeah girl. And so basically she don't even know the weekend we're going yet. And I was like, you know, that's fine. When the time comes, like, I'll make something shake with my schedule. I will go, because nowadays I can do that. In my old job, if you weren't asking me during the summertime, if you were asking me anytime during the school year, I couldn't come. But now, you can ask me anytime. I can come every month if I want to. The freedom is really good. I don't have to wake up at 6 a.m. anymore. I should. I really should. I might start. But I don't really have to. I can work at any time. I can work from my couch. I can work from my bed, which I don't recommend, but you can do it. There's freedom. You can work from anywhere. But honestly, that's something that a lot more people are having nowadays. We're working from home. So, you know, a lot of you guys are getting the taste of that. So that's kind of what it is like. But again, there are its drawbacks, but those are the surface level perks. Okay, so this next perk is something that is definitely near and dear to my heart. I'm gonna sound so corny for saying this, and I might even sound a little fake, but truly, y'all, this is something that really just keeps me going, and is the reason that I talk about some of the things that I talk about today. If you guys watch my vlogs, you know I like to talk about a lot of real life stuff and what's going on in my life. Whether that can be negative or positive, but of course you do want to talk about the positives, but in a real way, and that is to inspire other people. I love to be able to inspire the people in my community, whether it's my Instagram, my YouTube channel, but I feel like I'm able to do that a lot more on YouTube since you guys can see my personality more. Like, y'all are my homegirls and my homeboys. Like, y'all just know me better than the people on Instagram. You guys see more of me, therefore I'm able to inspire easier. I get DMs all the time, and maybe even comments sometimes, where you guys will say, like, you know, watching you really makes me like know this is possible. It makes me want to strive to do this, and that makes me so happy. Again, I'm gonna sound so corny, but I'm just one of those people. I cannot leave this world without feeling like I have not contributed something to human society. And even right now, I'm not doing enough. I have goals, monetary goals, to get me to where I want to be in order to do those things that I want to set out to do. So inspiring others truly really keeps me going. It puts the biggest smile on my face. I sound so corny. And the reason being is because I think back to when I wanted to do this for a living. Whatever it is that I'm doing, it doesn't even have to be my actual job. It could be just the fact that I moved out on my own and I'm like paying for my own space. That is inspiring to people, because once upon a time that was something that I was inspired by. When I couldn't do that, I looked at these other women doing this, these other single black females doing this, and I was like, oh my gosh, like if she can do this, I can figure out a way to get to this point. It was inspiring to watch them. So I love being able to be that for somebody else, because crazy and oddly enough, if there's not people out here doing this, it makes it seem like it's unobtainable for you. Especially when it comes to, of course, like being a woman of color. You guys know that we gotta fight a little harder for opportunities, and there's not many of us doing things like on certain levels in certain spaces. So when there are people like us, whatever space you may be in, if you are a lawyer, if you are in nursing school, any of those things, it's so nice to see other people like us doing that, because you're like, you see yourself in them. So inspiring others is a huge thing for me on this platform. It's not something I get to do so much in my fashion videos, but that is why I do love to vlog and kind of follow my life to help inspire others. And so if you guys are really trying to see the progress that I made, just scroll through my YouTube videos, you guys. I've been very transparent. I ain't been on the verge of tears transparent. That's just not my vibe. I might be eating my words. I could come on here one day, but not today. No. But yeah, all you gotta do is scroll through my YouTube videos. It doesn't tell you my whole life, but you definitely can see a lot of where I came from and my evolution. So yeah, it didn't start out like this. If you're somebody new, I had to break some barriers, get over some things, work really hard to get to this point, okay? But inspiration, big perk of being in this space. Okay, I've kind of mentioned little touches of this a little bit, but I haven't put it in these exact words. But my last perk I would have to say is getting on these platforms and being able to be myself. Now, like I said, on Instagram I don't feel as able to do that, and it's not that like I'm scared to do that, it's more like I don't have enough time. I can't be myself in 10 seconds. I just it's not gonna happen. People gonna click out if I try to be myself, because it's gonna take me 3 minutes at least. Of course, my Instagram, it has to be more of a highlight reel. Let's just be honest, everybody like complains about Instagram being a highlight reel, but I don't want to talk about, knock on wood, where's the wood? Is that wood? Where's the wood? Let's not get too specific, man. I don't want to talk about how I broke something. That could be anything. I don't want to talk about that on my Instagram feed. I don't want to take a picture of that. Like, it's just not appealing. This is a picture platform. Even when Instagram started, we were, you know, take a picture of the pretty sky. You know, I'm not taking a picture of... Not that I don't like you, I can't do it. I'm not able. I'm able to talk to people who have similar interests with me, which might be a reason why, you know, I will talk so much and why I will come out of my shell. It's really easy to do that around other people who are accepting of who you are, who are interested in the things that you are interested in. So with me coming from the small little town that I was from in the South, it was a big thing for me, and I feel like a lot of YouTubers start their channel for that reason. The people that are around them, they can't so much relate to, so they kind of look for an outlet of people that are more their people, and that's why they get on these platforms. And for me, that was in fashion. Baby, the people around me, like, I even had a friend here that I've been hanging out with a lot. She asked me the other day, how did you get your fashion? Like, how did you get here? Who was your inspiration? Because I know you didn't, she didn't say the last part, but she was like, basically, like, I know you didn't get that from the people around you. How did you get to this point? We're not gonna get into why, okay, but yeah, it's that serious. So yeah, being on these platforms, it introduces me to people who are more like me, and therefore I feel comfortable being me. You guys tell me all the time, like, girl, I love how like goofy you are. You just don't care. People in real life don't know that about me, okay? So don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Let's let them think that I'm quiet and don't want to talk to them, because if they talk to me, I don't know what we're gonna talk about. a little bit of a coffee break. That's too hot. That is way too hot. I'm used to drinking my coffee after I've made my breakfast. It settles and it cools. It's hot. It's straight off the coffee pot. This is not gonna work. It's good, but God, you cool off. Alright, so the time has come. We are to the cons of being a content creator slash influencer. Oh man, I feel like I need to make a video on why we don't like being called influencer. There's a lot of videos that I kind of want to make. Like, I low-key could have a podcast, but I got too much stuff going on to be having a podcast. We gotta get into these cons. Nevertheless, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, some of these things have happened in the past and they're not an issue that I'm running into anymore because I may have gotten smarter, or it's something I still deal with to this day. And there's even a couple of things that I wish I could tell you guys, but I will tell you in due time. I would tell you every last drop if I could. So even with some of the things I'm going to tell you, I do still have to keep some things discreet because I like having a bank account and I don't want nobody to take that from me. So yeah, let's continue. So this is actually something I'm dealing with right now, and I can tell you this because it's not like you're going to know who the brand is. One of the first issues that we have in this industry, which I'm sure you guys have heard other people speak of, are brands not paying, or brands not paying in time. Now I will say the brands not paying, it's something that I'm going through right now with a certain brand. It's from a collaboration, so it was from last year, so long ago. So you guys would have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the only one time that I've had so far where a brand has not paid. It's in the process. It looks like I am going to get my money, okay? Look, because that's what we're here for. So it looks like it's wrapping up. We're getting somewhere with it, but that is an issue. You can run into the problem of brands not paying at all. But more than that, you will often run into brands not paying on time. That is definitely a negative in this industry because obviously you want your money on time. You know how some of us, before we even start the job, we calculating how much we about to have. We calculating how much we're about to buy. How am I going to do that if you don't even pay on time? I done already bought this Louis bag in my head and you didn't even come through on time. I'm more smart with my money than that, but I'm just saying that is an issue. So one thing that we always have to do in this industry is have a plan. We always have to have savings. We can't ever, when I say I don't have money, I don't actually mean that. I don't have money that I'm willing to spend, because in this industry, if you don't want to be outside in the streets, you have to always have money. You have to always be willing to save. So even if you get paid this huge amount for this huge collab, you better not spend it like you just got paid for a huge collab. You better continue living the life that you're living and be humble about it and put it in your savings account, because if you act crazy, you cannot get paid $1 the next month, okay? So that is the thing. Yeah, late payments or no payment at all. It's ridiculous. Okay, so the next issue that we run into a lot, especially if you're watching this, you definitely can relate if you are a creator of color, especially if you are a Black creator. This is a huge problem for us. A huge problem, and it's a proven problem, okay? So don't, like, anybody out there who's thinking that I'm making this up, you know how people like to do. If you guys will follow the page, FU Pay Me, like literally FU, I think it's like FYPM. Check them out on Instagram. There are comparison rates. You can see how much they are paying Black creators versus how much they're offering to pay our white counterparts. I actually posted about this a while ago when, shout out to me, I was featured in a little bit of Jackie Ina's little news show or whatever. I was just there for a second, but she was talking about the pay disparity in the Black community, and so I did repost, because the reason I was in the video is because that's what I was talking about as well. But I reposted it on my Instagram with the actual rates from this FU Pay Me page, comparing the Black and the white creators. Now I will say, I have gotten paid more than that was on the list for the highest Black creator. So it could also be that some of us are not putting our numbers in. And still, you can just see the vast difference in the money being offered to Black creators versus white creators. I don't know what it is about us, but they don't like to offer a lot of money. I got a lowball offer in my email right now that I'm eye rolling at. Either they gonna come up with this budget or that y'all won't see this y'all won't see this mentioned. And it's a brand that I would love to work with, but not for that rate. No ma'am, no ma'am, no ham, and no turkey. You can get lowball offers. It can feel very disrespectful. It can feel very disheartening. It can make you even look at yourself and be like, is that what my content is worth? No. 9 times out of 10, if they're offering you the offer, it is their lowest offer. You can almost always up that offer. Ask them for what you want, okay? I recommend, well, look, that's a whole nother conversation. Look, if you guys want to see more videos like this, give this video a thumbs up. If we can get this maybe to, I think, 500 likes. I feel like if I get 500 likes, you know, people are interested in this. If I don't get 500 likes, I don't think it's worth me to continue doing these, you know? So I always want to do what is worth, like, my audience watching. Brands not paying adequately, but you don't have to accept their lowball offer. You can respect yourself more and move on. This is probably my biggest pet peeve right now in the cons area of being a content creator, and that is how people look at my job. So you guys may have seen on my Instagram story the other day, I was downstairs and I was actually trying to capture content for you guys on Instagram. I was taking a picture. I did have on a little crop top. I had on pants, but that doesn't matter. I'm not one to judge people based off of what they are wearing, and so I don't feel like people should do me like that. But it also didn't help that I had my phone and I had a tripod in the parking garage taking my own pictures. When I tell you this lady walked by, she gave me the most stank look. Probably top 5 the most stank looks I've ever seen in my life. I guess because I was taking pictures of myself. It could have been the outfit. Even still, like, that's not her business. But I'm using her as an example because it's something recent and it's something in real life that I experienced. And I get these looks pretty often. This is honestly the bare minimum. A lot of times you will see people talk about these things on forums or on TikTok or in comments, and it's starting to get really, really annoying. Influencers get a lot of hate. They get a lot of hate, which is why people who would consider themselves content creators really hate being lumped in with the word influencer. Now, I don't know if you guys consider us the same. It could be the same to y'all. I don't know. You may still see me as an influencer. You may see me as that typical influencer. I don't know. But the people who are content creators like myself, we look at ourselves a little different. First, I'll start off. I feel... no, it's not what I feel. From what I've been seeing in comments, a lot of people feel that influencers don't do anything. They don't work. They're paid to show up and be cute. Like, they literally just take a second, take an Instagram picture, and boom, they are making $20,000 a month, and that's that. Now, let me tell you, there are some influencers out there doing that. Unfortunately, I'm not the right skin tone to be doing that. I'm not here discounting the people who are not my skin tone. It's easiest if you are the right build, the right blueprint, for you to be able to just show your face, do a TikTok, do somebody else's TikTok dance, and get paid $50K for your post, okay? I don't have those qualifications. It's not on my resume. I can say that those influencers definitely do exist. Yeah, so how people view my job. So a lot of people think I don't do anything. People assume pretty much, even if they watch my vlogs, if I don't do any work in it, they kind of assume what they see in my vlog lifestyle or on my Instagram story that's like 8 slides for 5 seconds per story of pictures every day, that they think that's what I'm doing all day. Baby, I wish. There are more nights than not where I'm up till 12 a.m., 2 a.m. editing, planning content, doing behind the scenes work. It just, if I sit here and explain to you everything I do, we're gonna add another 20 minutes to this video. All in all, it's really frustrating to see when people think that I just automatically look pretty and I show up, I put an outfit on and I go, ding. No, but I wish that's how it went. But no, it's so much work, and I understand if you don't do this, that's something really hard to understand. I think the only person in my life who really even knows a fraction and does not still fully know how difficult this is, but can kind of see it first, not even second hand, is probably my mom, because she would help me a lot back in the day capture my content, or I'd literally make her watch my, not make her, she was willing, but have her watch my content and my videos, and she would sometimes be nearby when I'm doing my editing and whatnot. So she knows better than anybody how long it took me to get these videos together, to get this simple picture together, what I went through to get this really aesthetic picture, which honestly still, the picture is bare minimum, but the videos, it takes a lot. It really takes a village, but I'm one person, so I'm doing a village's job. So I guess it's just really frustrating to see how badly some of us are talked about. There's some people out there that think we shouldn't even get paid. I spend most of my hours during the week contributing to YouTube and contributing to Instagram and trying to put out like good content, and if I was not to get paid for it, I don't want to get too far into it, but if you guys watch my old videos, I don't really want you to watch them because they're good, but the quality is not there. And that's the thing. Once I started getting more time to put into my craft, getting more money to put into my craft, you can really see the difference. Back when I was teaching, you can really see, you know, the low budgetness. You can see like what was in my pockets. It really showed on the video. You could see the lack of time I had. I didn't have time to make this look super crisp, or I don't know, just all the behind the scenes things. I didn't have time for that. And so now I have the luxury of time that I can put into my footage and my content to give you guys the best, because y'all deserve the best. So yeah, all in all, probably my biggest pet peeve, biggest con is how people view my job, and basically the lack of respect it gets. I get it. It's a very new thing, and that's always going to happen with any job that's new, but I am ready for this job to get some respect on its name. I'm challenging everybody to a week of being a legitimate content creator. Don't be putting out nothing half ASS. I want to see it look good. To be honest, if you want to do this job and you want to do this well, you almost have to be good at almost everything. You gotta be at least a little good. You gotta be someone who is a jack of all trades. You're a talented person if you can do this job and do it pretty well. Okay, so this next one, I don't want to harp on it too long, but it's definitely something that I don't see people talk about, and this may be because they don't want to talk about it. Earlier I was saying that people may not speak about these things because they don't have the time or they think people don't care, but this section I definitely feel like people just don't want to talk about it, and that is upkeeping a certain lifestyle. So that is something even I struggled with, and I had to really take a look at myself and be like, girl, that's just not you. That's not going to be for you, and why would you want that to be you? So I will use something that's really popular. This could be very controversial and people get a little upset, but I just have to be honest. The luxury movement. Now let me say, you're gonna be like, Jordan, you're literally wearing Alexander Wang. Facts. True. But I've kind of come to the point where, let me say, I haven't been at the point where I was just buying all luxury outfits, but I got to the point where I was like, you know, that's just not the lane for me. It was kind of a goal of mine, I guess you could say, to do a lot more of that, and you guys will see luxury stuff from me because that's where I'm at in life, and this high fashion is something I've always loved. I've told you guys that. That's why I do fashion. I like interesting things in fashion, and a lot of times that happens to be designer pieces. It doesn't have to be, and that's what I aim to show you guys, a mixture of stuff, but that is one thing that's going on. It's no secret that people love to watch the lives of people who are doing well in life and who are upkeeping a certain lifestyle, but that can be a con. Like if you are someone who does not really have the money like that, and that's why people get around to lying and stuff. I have literally seen with my own eyes, and I know for a fact these people do this. I know these people in real life, okay? You will see somebody posting up with luxury boxes. I've seen like relationship influencers give each other lots of luxury gifts for like a holiday or a birthday or whatever, and there's nothing in those boxes. And I'm not going to tell you why, I know, but it's a thing, okay? It's a thing. And so flexing is a huge thing in this industry, and there is a lot of pressure to keep up a certain lifestyle. And that can be even as simple as like making sure your aesthetics are on point. I am not a millionaire. To be honest, it's never been a goal of mine to be one. I just want to be well off. I feel like there is a lot of pressure on influencers to kind of put off that persona or put on that mask, put on that lifestyle like they are when they are not. But I get why they're doing it. There's pressure to live a certain lifestyle. If you want somebody to be looking at you, you're going to have to live this lifestyle. Now, I've always been real with y'all throughout my whole YouTube experience. Y'all have seen when I've lived in my little teeny tiny little dorm. I was not hiding that. That was facts. I lived in a tiny dorm. I lived at home with my mama. Y'all gonna see that. It can get as deep as to where people are pretending that they don't live at home with their parents. It's not something to be ashamed of. This economy is awful. But yeah, it's nothing to be ashamed of, but I see why they feel that way, because even sometimes I feel that way. If I'm carrying a certain bag, I'm like, oh, they may not want to see my new bag because it's not this. And it just gets like that. And so that's just where it comes in. As a content creator, as an influencer, you have to be somebody who's just real with yourself. You have to be able to give yourself reality checks and not be putting on this fugazi like fake, okay, I'll just say fake, and not be putting on this fake air and lifestyle about yourself. What I'm trying to say is I can make a whole video about this too, y'all. It's so deep. There's so many but all in all, let's be real. We got to be honest with ourselves. You don't want to see, I'll put it like this. You don't want to see somebody roaches in their house, okay? Look, I know we say we want to see realistic things. I know we say we want to see that. But look, if sis got roaches at home, she don't want to see my roaches, okay? Look, don't nobody want to see a struggle lifestyle on the YouTube, on the gram. And I know there may be a select few people who find that interesting, but the majority don't want to see that. A lot of people come to YouTube and like watch things like vlogs and lifestyle because it's escapism for them, to help them wind down. They ain't trying to be stressed out. I'm scared of roaches. If I'm sitting here watching your YouTube video and I gotta see your roach crawl across the floor, I'm in distress now. I was trying to get rid of stress, not be in distress. So that's all I'm trying to say, is that is why it's a thing. That's why people feel they have to hold up that lifestyle. I don't feel like people have to hold it up to the extent that they are, but they're doing it. You guys, look, 500 likes, let me know. I like to talk, okay? We can chat. Also, let me know, you guys, what your thoughts on all of this is. What are y'all's thoughts? Because I feel like we got some thoughts and some of us don't feel like we're comfortable saying the thoughts. Use this as a place to share your thoughts, because there may be somebody else who has that same thought as you, and I may be one of those people, okay? But y'all, it's just exhausting. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing the fake. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that topic, because I can go on for days about that. Oh, it gets ugly. And this probably is my most frustrating one to date. It's something I'm still going through. It's a really big regret of mine, but then again, it's like, Jordan, it's a lesson you had to learn. Alright, so a while back, you guys, while I was still in my career, I did a huge continued collab with a brand you definitely know, okay? I will say this brand specializes in secondhand items. You guys know when I used to make content about that really did a number on me and does a number on me to this day. I'm not gonna say it's the complete reason why I don't enjoy making that content anymore, but it really put a sour taste in my mouth, because this is supposed to be like kind of like the heart of this field, and y'all did me dirty. So I'm really trying to figure out the most delicate way to go about this discussion, because I have not talked to you guys about this. Not because I don't want to, but because it's like, it's a delicate discussion. So all in all, you guys, I did a collab with a brand you definitely know. Pretty much what happened was, I was very excited. I was a very new creator. So working with huge brands, especially on a consistent basis, was just not that common for me. So I was very excited when this brand reached out to me and basically wanted me to work with them consistently in a big way. A big way, you guys. If you were here that long, you really should know what I'm talking about. Please don't say anything. You can say something about the situation, but don't say the name. Do not, because I will delete it. I was very excited to work with this brand, over the moon. It's honestly, from the outside looking in, very exciting. A lot of you guys were telling me congratulations. For the longest time, I was getting congratulations for this collaboration for a long time. So pretty much what they did was they had me under contract to make a certain amount of videos for them, and they also wanted to use my likeness for their brand. So there are photos of my likeness still being circulated and used for their brand. You guys, I didn't realize at the time it looked like a ton of money to me, but the amount of money that they paid me for my YouTube videos was absolutely ridiculous. And now, that was a huge mistake on my part. I had no management, so I didn't know what I was doing. I was just doing the best I could with little knowledge I had of what I was doing. The money that they paid me was really almost nothing when you look at how much you should be paid per YouTube video. Can I say this? For everything that I did and am still doing, not by choice, they paid me $1,500. I definitely make more than that in a YouTube video now, in a single YouTube video. And it hurts because like I mentioned earlier, after becoming a model, realizing how much you can get paid from your likeness being used over a certain amount of time, you can make big bucks. From what they used me for, in actuality, I should be looking at a minimum of $20K in payment. A minimum of $20K. I bet you I'm off. I bet you I'm off by a lot. And I'm gonna tell you how much I was paid for my actual likeness alone, because I told you how much I was paid for the videos. I was paid zero. I was paid zero. My excitement and my naiveness and just how new I was to this culture got me looking like Boo Boo the Fool. I know now for sure, but at the time I was just so excited, you guys. And I tell you this now because I want you to know, if someone is using your likeness, if you come into a similar situation, whatever you're doing, if someone is using your likeness, I can guarantee you they owe you. And I don't mean your friend. I don't mean your friend on Instagram, you know, you get what I'm saying. Like somebody with some pull, like a brand or something. If someone is using your likeness for promotion in person or on their website or something like that, whatever you're getting paid by them should have a comma in it. And mine had, look, it should have zeros in it too. Mine had a zero, all right. It had 1 0. So yeah, that is something I'm still sore about today, but like I said, it's a lesson learned. And I think that I was taught that lesson, number one, so I don't do that again. And then number two, so I can tell you not to do that, okay? Yeah, it's very unfortunate, but let me tell you the icing on the cake. It wasn't over yet. I think sometime this year, they actually tried to use my likeness again. They tried to pull from my videos and use it in a running ad on the commercials, like on TV. So yeah, pull from my videos and do that, and they weren't gonna pay me a hot red cent. And basically, I told them absolutely not. I had my management come in. She came in. She was like, no, baby, no, absolutely not. You're not using her face for this. And they left me alone. I honestly just get so upset. Like, not on the verge of tears, but it's very frustrating to know how badly I was played in that situation. And yeah, I really just hope the right people see this video so that it does not happen to you. If you're not the right person and you know someone, definitely share with them, because yeah, y'all, they're ruthless out here. And this is a lot of brands. This is just their way. This is how they keep making money. This is how they stay rich. This is how they stay on top. They don't care about you. There are some brands that really, you know, try to work with you for real. Okay, so I'm not gonna say it's everybody, but there's a lot who don't give a crap. Even if it looks like they paint a persona as a brand to give a crap, it doesn't mean a thing. I wish I could say I had a good experience because it was so exciting for me at the time, but it did not end well, and it's something I'm still dealing with, and yeah. Alright, so let's get over that, because that obviously, look, Jordan has not healed from that one yet, so let's continue. I am doing a lot better. I'm not, it's just when I talk about it I get frustrated. I don't think about it every day. I really don't. I saved this for last. for I wouldn't say obvious reasons, because it's probably the most important reason. You really should talk about it first, but it's the most daunting. I hate to leave you guys like this. But yeah, the mental health issues that this job can cause you. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but think about your favorite creators, the ones that really talk about like their life and maybe even talk about it a little bit. Maybe they vlog. You probably won't see this so much from your favorite creators who only have like Instagram, but like people who you maybe watch that vlog and they're maybe a little transparent. How many of those people talk about mental health issues? How many of those people have you heard talk about therapy? I need to be talking about some therapy, but we'll get there eventually. Look, honestly, everybody should be in therapy. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but a lot of people in the creator community are going through some things.
Alright, you guys, so I actually decided to stop talking about this point here solely because of the reason I feel like I didn't go into depth enough. I don't feel like this is a topic you can just really graze over and just call it said and done. So I am hoping to be able to make maybe a more in-depth video about this because it is really a serious thing and something that more people should talk about and be warned about. But yeah, it needs more of an in-depth conversation. But you're free to discuss anything with me in the comments about it, but we're just gonna leave it at that for now because I should have said more.
But yeah, that's just a little bit, and there's probably some points that I missed, a lot of aspects that I missed, but this is only one video. You're only willing to listen so long to me sitting here running my mouth. Yeah, I just wanted to be transparent about some things so people know, and they know what they're getting themselves into if they begin this, or even if you're someone who is already doing this, just so you know you're not by yourself on this. You guys let me know if you have any comments about anything that I've said. If you're confused about something I said, let me know. Get this to 500 likes and maybe even let me know what you would like to see me talk about more that I mentioned, because you guys don't understand. I love to talk. I will talk. But I'd also like people to listen, Like, I don't know if that's selfish, but like, I don't want to talk to myself. I be seeing creators out here with 40K views on a video, and they got 300 likes. Like, y'all, if you like a creator and you like their content, you don't have to like this video, because if this is not your cup of tea, don't like it. But if you see a creator doing the doggone thing, you love their content, you want to see more, like their video. It helps, alright? So don't do that just for me. Do that for all the creators that you love, alright? So I love you guys so much. But I just want to remind you of that, okay? I really do value you. I don't feel like I say that enough. So look, I can work hard all I want, but if you don't show up, then what? So I appreciate you guys being here every week, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.